Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So it has been actually quite some time since we have seen each other in this game. I apologize for that. I tried to record this episode a couple different times and it just never ended up working out. But here we are, things are good, and we are ready to progress. Kind of. There are some things that we can do now that we would like to take care of. The first is this Pond of Happiness here. You'll walk up to it and it will say like, this is the Pond of Happiness. Would you like to throw in some rupees? And we do, and our happiness is now 20. Which apparently is only one step, somehow. And we will have good luck. Well, that's good. And that's all you get. That's the only thing that you get. Unless you go back in, or like go out, come in. It's actually fast to do that. You can just sit here. You can just sit here and wait and wait and wait, and it will eventually ask you if you want to throw in more rupees, if I recall correctly. However, it's actually just faster, we're only going to have a little luck today, to run out, run in, and I'm pretty sure that's faster than just sitting there. But if we throw in 100 rupees total, something will happen. So if you will, pardon me for a second. And with that, that is 100 rupees, and this fairy appears and says, would you like to carry more bombs or arrows, essentially? We can carry 30 arrows, but we can only have 10 bombs, so I would like to carry more bombs. And now we can carry 15 bombs. And this will happen every 100 rupees you throw in. So we can go out, come back in, and we can throw 100 more rupees, and we'll be able to once again upgrade our bombs or arrows. Unlike other Zelda games that come out after this one, you can see here we can actually throw 50 rupees now, which is going to make this way faster. There's no quivers, there's no bomb bags in this. This is how we upgrade the amount of things that we can carry. I believe the match you can get is what, 50 bombs, 70 arrows? I think that's right. I think plus 40 to each is proper. So I'm going to take care of that really quick, and I'm not going to pain you and make you watch that. However, I will take care of it, and I will meet you outside this place. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough rupees to do all of them, but I'll get as many upgrades done as I can, at least. Well guys, I now have 0 rupees, a whole bunch of rupees I know. However, as you can see, I have 50 bombs and 45 arrows. So we went all the way from 10 to 50 bombs and from 30 to 45 arrows. I need to finish upgrading to 70, which is going to take some more money. Interestingly enough, for the very last upgrade she gives you, when I had 40 bombs and I went to upgrade, she upgraded me instead of from 40 to 45, from 40 to 50. So your last upgrade is 10. So for arrows, I need to go 45 to 50, 55 to 50, or 50 to 55, 55 to 60, and 60 to 70. So that's 4, so 400 more rupees. Also, you might have just noticed that we went under a bridge here and entered a different zone. And in this zone, there's this sleeping guy. And he just holds up this bottle and is like, yo, my life sucks, but it looks like your life sucks more. Here, have my bottle. And he goes back to sleep. I always thought that was a really nice little touch. There's really nowhere else in the game that you go under like a bridge like that, especially to a different area. There are sometimes you go under things, but not to a different area like that. Actually, you know what, we can just use this right here. Now, that's the final bottle. We now have all 4 bottles. We got a whole bunch of upgrades to our stuff, and, you know, let's go home really quick, because going home is going to get me something. And I'll show you exactly what that something is shortly. But first we have to get to the Dark World. And this is going to be the most convenient Dark World spot that we have. Because we actually want to go to the desert area, kind of, right? This desert area is our next zone of interest, per se. However, we are not quite ready to do that, but there is something there that we want, even though we're not quite ready. There is something there we're ready for, it's just not the dungeon. It is going to be down here. I couldn't say words there for a second, it just came out as sounds that were, words are, English is too difficult. Forgetting English, only learning Japanese. Okay, so right here, there's this interesting little thing going on with the stakes, and if you've been watching this game or have played this game before, you know that anytime there's interesting looking things in the dark world, there's probably something there in the light world. And we saw this, what would it be? Plinth? A long time ago. But we couldn't do anything with it until just now. Well, until we could get to the dark world at the very least. However, destroy it, and just like we got Ether on the top of the mountain, this is Bombos. One of our 3 magic powers that we get. Okay, so where to now? Let's go home again, actually. I think. Home? Yeah, home will be good. Yeah, home will be good. Okay, so I was totally, like, debating what order to do this stuff in, because there's a lot of upgrades we can get, and I'd like to get them before we move on to the next dungeon. So with that in mind, let's go up here, and we're actually going to do something we haven't done before. So Hasrala, the old guy from the house that we talked to while he's, like, in triangles and stuff, mentioned this a while ago. He mentioned that Egnahim, the main villain, and Ganon, were trying to create a gate to the Dark World. Now anybody who walks through the castle gate is instantly transported to the Dark World as a sort of trap, I suppose. We're actually using it as a shortcut, not a trap. So thanks for that, bad guys, appreciate it. That was really useful. Because it is useful. It allows you to get to this area over here and a lot of like the northern Dark World very easily from the Light World. We want to come up here because this is where the Zora's River was in the Light World, right? In addition to that, this is where a couple other things are. But in the Dark World, there's only one thing that's here, and it's this. What is it called? Let me read this sign and find out. This is the Circle of Stones. Really clever name, that. I thought there was a more interesting name for this. However, in this Circle of Stones, we are going to disturb it, just like the sign said. And it said it will be a curse upon us. However, yeah, right? For disturbing his peaceful nap, he gives us the Quake Medallion, the final of our 3 medallions. We now have all of them, Bombos, Ether, and Quake. They are all very powerful and are very useful in a variety of circumstances. I landed on a rock. Of all the places I could have gone, it had to be a rock. All right. If you haven't had enough of fairies yet, you'll be very happy because you can actually go through this waterfall here. And this is the Waterfall of Wishing? I think that is not what I wanted to do. However, I just threw my bow away. Okay, see you later, bow. Did I drop this? Yeah, I did. Sorry, my bad. Okay, I won't drop it again, sorry. Oops, I feel bad for disturbing her now because I dropped my bow. However, we are not done disturbing her yet, because if we do throw something that's not the bow in, specifically a bottle works. However, let's throw in our shield for starters. We didn't need that shield anyway, and it's so heavy it probably just sunk to the bottom of the lake. Did I drop that? Yes, I did. And because we were so honest in telling her that it was our shield, she upgraded it for us. It is now the Fire Shield, and it will reflect fireballs. So, I'm sure there's a Zora around here or something that will give us a fireball to, well, it blocked one. We got hit by one, though. Give me another Zora. Fireball me, bro. There we go. Just ate those fireballs for breakfast, instead of our health eating them for breakfast. There is one other thing that we can drop in here, which is right here, our boomerang. In dropping this, yes, I did drop that, and this is the other thing that she will upgrade for us. It is now the magical boomerang, which is a significant upgrade from the normal boomerang. If you remember the normal boomerang, it was kind of slow, didn't go very far. Look how fast that is. And how far it flies. It flies all the way across the screen. Yeah, completely across the screen, and very fast at that. If you do drop a bottle in the waterfall there, she will fill it with green potion for you, I do believe. Okay, where is the best place to go now? I think here? I'm thinking here is gonna be best, because now we want to get down to Lake Hylia. We were just there, right? We were there at the beginning of the episode. However, we want to be there in the Dark World, which we also were at the beginning of the episode. We were there in the Dark World. But, what we were trapped within the dungeon. Like, the entrance to the dungeon is surrounded by walls, and you can't get out of those walls. No matter how hard you try, they are solid and they do not let you through. But we want to go, and is there a way down here I can just like fall in the water? That'd be great if there was. Can you get off my... Okay, bros, you win. With your little sticks that have... I mean, they're not even that threatening of sticks, to be honest. But we are now outside the dungeon area, which is exactly what we wanted. We did not want to be trapped in there, because... over here... Again, with that whole, if something looks kind of odd in the Dark World, it's probably something in the Light World. And if you noticed this earlier, we did swim past it. I landed on... Really. I landed on a bush. Alright. It is a piece of heart that can only be accessed that way. You can't normally, like, climb cliffs or anything. Link is not a mountain climber. So, did I actually want to go back to the Dark World here? What else can I get right now? There's a couple of, there's a couple other heart pieces I can get. But it's gonna be, I mean, I'm gonna need to go do that from the Light World. And these heart pieces are actually perfect. These are perfect heart pieces to get. And you'll see why shortly. Because we are going down here to the desert. Inside this lovely desert, if you fly here, there is a portal to the Dark World, and this is the only way to get into this swamp. The Swamp of Misery, or whatever the heck this place is called. And in here, this is the 6th dungeon. This entrance, however, is not the 6th dungeon. This entrance is Treasure Palace, starring Jackie Chan. Which is another piece of heart and 20 rupees. We need to start rebuilding our bankroll now that we spent off 999 of our rupees. So that's one entrance. Another entrance you can see right here. If you look at the little symbol on the ground there, and look at Ether there, that's why Ether is required to beat the game, because you need it to open up dungeon number 6. In addition to that, there is this here, which is not a heart piece, but it is a fairy fountain. So in case you ever need your health healed, your HP healed, your hearts healed, there's a fairy fountain right there in that very terrifying looking entrance. I do not know why the fairy took up residence there, but she did. Okay. Now, we want to go over here, in this little alcove. Okay, maybe here, then? Maybe that'd be better? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, sweet. Because this is another cliff that you might have noticed in the Light World when we were here. I'm not sure we came over far enough to notice it, though. However, it's another place you can only get to from the Dark World by doing exactly what we did, and sitting in the corner is a little heart piece. Which is not that difficult to get to. Those blocks make it look a little harder to get into and get to the heart piece than it actually is. Is this gonna work, or is this gonna teleport me to a wall? I am in a wall. I love it when that happens. Let's approach it from the top left instead. I almost said top west, which is just a really bad way of saying that. It's either gonna be northwest or top left. Take your pick. You die. Nice. One shot, one kill, minus the fact that he hit me first. Okay, and now that we are here, we are perfectly positioned to open up dungeon number 6. Wait for it. I always thought these entrances kind of looked like someone's face. Like the little orange circle up there and up there kind of look like eyeballs. And then the thing above the entrance kind of looks like a nose, and then the entrance looks like a mouth. Like a really old person's, like a really old bug or something. And then the things on the side here kind of look like hands You know, this place is just weird. But either way, guys, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, we will go do dungeon number 6, and hopefully I'll find a way to speak words better. So, until then, thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I hope you're having a fantastic day.